Newton shook his head when he saw the 2 kilograms nut. Just hit it on the head. It's not necessarily who discovered gravity. It is said that Newton stood up to pee all these years. I never thought about peeing down. In the end, an apple smashed it. The reason why the Brazil nut tree is over 50 meters tall. The wood is for crushing nuts in the sky. Let the seeds spread. But a lot of dead leaves in the rainforest, like a soft mattress. And the skin of this nut is tougher than cement. Greatly hindered the germination of seeds, and very few animals can open it. Therefore, nut tree can only outsource this project. This genus is known as Nia's animal. He has a unique advantage in this project. Huge front teeth are his natural tools. Powerful biting ability, soon the nuts will be shelled. But there is another purpose to the nuts. To prevent tooth overgrowth. The inability to eat. This project just won't be settled. He's going to bite the bullet and work hard. Apparently the Brazil nut tree is the father of the party A. He will not default on his wages to chitin. Each nut contains 25 seeds. This way of hitting the limit. Let the 2 sides cooperate to speak. Never blushed. But clever words. Will not hand over all salaries. He will secretly leave a part. In a place only he knows. Buried. Wait until you go out to wash your feet before taking it out and enjoying it. It's very much like everybody in this room. However, this approach requires my wife to find out. You'd better prepare a shuttle. Abandoned nuts still play a role. Rainforests are humid, but they cannot store water. To see the poison frog, you must die of thirst again. Find a place with water. And this guinea pig opens the nuts. It's the perfect nursery. Lucky supervisor, directly carry the bag for 0 yuan. A new home full of clear water. There's plenty of plankton. Little tadpoles can grow in peace here. Until he has the ability to forage alone. As the saying goes, some people are happy and some people are sad. Wages are hidden too much, even the smart ones. Occasionally forget a place or two to hide money. This is a big help from Party A's father, nourished by abundant rain. Those nuts that are eaten during the peak season gradually break out of the shell, but growing around the sow, nutrients will be greatly reduced. Fortunately, my mother kindly ordered a takeout. The decomposing carcass of a crocodile will produce nutrients such as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The decomposed nutrients are fully absorbed by the root system. With sufficient nutrition, the seedlings can grow like crazy. This is also the rainforest. Key mechanisms for maintaining fertility and biodiversity, and the sows also deliver a lot of nutrients. This act of taking the power of the whole family for the seedlings to grow. It grows to about 50 meters in just 100 years. The sapling at this time has become a famous big fool nearby. On a rainy afternoon, nut tree born in adolescence. At the age of ignorance, a hanging tube orchid takes the initiative to throw itself into the arms. But this is no accident. Arrival of the hanging orchid will play a huge role in the back. As we age, Brazil nut tree has a successful career. It seems that it is the age to bloom and bear fruit. The milky white flowers are particularly dazzling. The ignorant layman came up after smelling the fragrance. But the strong-willed flower is particularly arrogant. The huge corolla is like a security door, blocking most pollinating insects. It's not that flowers have high eyes, it's that the pollinators coming in are not strong enough. He's waiting for one that will make him pout. The construction team. And the bucket basket on the side is the construction team. The contractor. He exudes a charming fragrance. Attract orchids to negotiate. However, Xiongfeng seems to have no interest in working part-time. His visit this time is mainly to purchase pollen. Only men who exude fragrance. To win the favor of the opposite sex. As a perfume master, Xiongfeng's front legs collect pollen like a brush. They store it in baskets on their hind legs. All he had to do was add some concoction. You can directly produce the alluring iron fragrance. However, as a long-term partner, Xiongfeng after picking the pollen, the orchid must be introduced to the corresponding worker. Now the male MIDI comes into play. This fragrance can like to collect nuts. The magnetic peak of nectar attracts the past. So a complete industrial chain is all in place. Magnetic peaks can easily move the silent gate. It is also one of the most significant areas of the Amazon construction team that can crack this barrier. Huge size to collect enough pollen. Here we go, carrying pollen peaks to touch other flowers. Brazil nut tree can really finish the hand powder. Under abundant sunlight. Nut trees need 15 months to grow. Fruit to ripen. It is also due to the scarcity of Brazil nuts. Benefit: driving humans relentlessly into the Amazon rainforest and started voracious commercial harvesting. Internal seeds. You can get a good price. However, this behavior led the children who depend on nuts for a living. The imminent risk of food shortages. Due to the complex pollination process of Brazil nuts and vegetables, humans cannot cultivate artificially. The hanging tube orchid seals the vegetation structure of this village. Soil fungi are indispensable. This is a move, the ecological closure of the whole body. However, in recent years, humans have their eye on Brazil nut trees again. Hardwood. Under relentless logging, hundreds of years of bodies have fallen. If this keeps spreading, Brazil nut tree, sooner or later it will completely disappear from the Amazon rainforest.